See a bard in the corner. Hi everyone. Today I'm going to read through the Eberron species list. I've done this for the original PHB. A few people liked it, so we're going to go and do it for my other module that I have. So this is sort of like a few different Warforged and other stuff like that. So the races, we've got Changelings, Dragonborn, Dwarves, Elves, Gnomes, Goblinoids, Half-Elves, Halflings, Humans, Kalistar, Orcs, Half-Orcs, Shifters, Tieflings, and Warforged. And then you've got the marks, the dragon marks, but I won't go into those today, so I'll just go through the new species. The dragon marks are a little bit more specific, I think. So, I didn't actually look at the where it was, so I'm just going to quickly just go through the opening details of everything. As I said before, I really like this artwork, it's really good. Okay. In creating, so this is a changeling. I should probably state that first. In creating a changeling adventurer, consider the character's relationship with people around them. Does the character conceal their true changeling nature? Do they embrace it? Do they have connections to other changelings? Or are they alone in search of companions? Masks and personas. In their true form, changelings are pale, with colourless eyes, silver-white hair. It is rare to see a changeling in that form, for a typical changeling changes their shape the way others might change clothes. A casual one created on the spur of the moment, with no depth of history, is called a mask. A mask can be used to express a mood or to serve a specific purpose that might never be used again. However, many changelings develop identities that are more in depth, and they build their identity over time, crafting a persona and history and beliefs. Changeling names. The true name of changeling tends to be simple and monosyllabic. However, they are often accents to changelings' names that are expressed through shape-shifting. So two changelings might have the name Jin, but one is Jin with vivid blue eyes, and one is Jin with golden nails. Changelings have a fluid relationship with gender, seeing it as one characteristic to change among many. Changeling names: Un, Bin, Kaz, Dox, Fi, Haas, Jin, Maz, Nix, Ot, Raz, Sim, Tuk. Changeling traits. Your charisma score increases by 2. In addition, any other ability score of your choice increases by 1. Age. Changelings mature slightly faster than humans. Typically a century or less, though, of total life. Alignment. Changelings tend toward pragmatic neutrality, and few changelings embrace evil. speed 30 feet. Shape changer. As an action, you can change your appearance and your voice. You determine the specifics of the changes, including your coloration, hair length, sex. You can also adjust your height and weight, but not so much that your size changes. You can make yourself appear as a member of another race, though none of your game statistics change. Changeling instincts. You gain proficiency with 2 of the following skills: deception, insight, intimidation, or persuasion. Languages. You can speak and read in Common and 2 other languages of your choice. So that's changelings. Changelings have a really cool sort of dynamic that they can do. Be fun to actually introduce a character without letting anyone know in the party that it's a changeling. As a PC, or even as a DM, you can create a changeling. I might do that and have them floating around in the background. Dragonborns doesn't seem to have anything additional. It just seems to be adding them to locations in Eberron, which is okay. Similar to Dwarves, so it's more giving you a geographical location to sort of say where your story begins as your character, but again, that doesn't really necessarily matter. You can sort of have Dwarf or Dragonborn anywhere that you may need. So Dwarves and the five nations. So there's reasons for leaving holds. So let's just have a quick look. 2, you come from a large family where there's no room for you to shine in your hold, so you hope to make a name for yourself in the wider place. Cool. Dwarves and Dragon Marks. Elves as well. Elves have a few different sort of, I suppose, sub-race things inside this. So High Elves, the Arini. The Arini are isolationists who have the interest in the world beyond their island, the 5 nations, the place of chaos or the war. As long as you make an Arini elf character, decide what has caused you to leave your island. With Elves, the Ternadal sells to arts and war. The greatest heroes are of the Ternadals. Many wars against giants, dragons, and champions of the Dark Art live on after death, becoming the patron ancestors of the Ternadal. Upon reaching adulthood, forms bond with their ancestors and strives to follow the footsteps of the ancestors. A double-bladed scimitar is a signature weapon of the Velenar Elves. Weapon is 100 gold pieces, is an expensive weapon. Few through ever have opportunity to purchase one. The Velenar blades hands to the non-elf are generally assumed to have been stolen or looted from fallen foe. So you've got a few different elf things. So you've got a feat, a revenant blade. You are descended from a master of a double-sided scimitar. The sum of the master has been passed on to you, and you gain the following benefits. Increased dexterity while you hold the double-bladed scimitar. 2 hands, you gain 1 bonus to your armor class. Double-bladed scimitar is the finesse property. Has the finesse property when you are wielding it. Drow, long ago the continent of Zendrick. The first Drows thought beside the giants against the other elves. Tens of thousands have passed. The undying core patron ancestors of the Drow. Remember the Drow. So Drow aren't really too commonly known. Gnomes. So again, the gnomes, the average gnome has a love for knowledge. Bold as the assumption, curiosity, no limits. whether bard's eloquent persuasion or wizard's powerful and rogues are careful to treat. Gnomes of Zilgar. To say that every Zil gnome is a ruthless schemer would be a hurtful exaggeration. Intrigued by favourite pastime, most Zil through though every gnome child of Zilgar is taught to manipulate and deceive. So schemes, D10, 5. You've acquired a spell shard, described in chapter 5, that contains a vast amount of text in a strange code. So again, gnomes don't really have any more aspects. You have goblinoids, City of Goblins, the Galdar, the Magul, the Heirs of Darkhan, goblin names, so you can be a bugbear, so it's bugbears. So again, there's sort of like geographical locations and in setting, world setting and everything. Goblinoid names, Tun, Tarzan, Tariq, Wudardaj, Zanan, Shettendav, Halun. Female names, Aspan, Ilun, Mulan, Tajin, Shedrol, and so on. So, bugbear traits. Your bugbear character has the following racial traits. Your strength score increases by 2. Your dexterity increases by 1. You can live up to 80 years. Unlineman bugbears lived on the fringes of society, even in Dagum, where they value self-sufficiency. Organizing all these tribes under charismatic and powerful leaders. Medium height, speed 30 feet, dark vision up to 60 feet, long range. They have, when you make a melee attack, your turn you can reach for is 5 feet greater than normal. So I've got extra long arms. So you've got all these different things: surprise attacks, sneaky, goblin traits, dexterity increases, fury of the small. When you damage a creature with an attack, the spell creature is larger than you. Nimble escape. You can take the disengage or hide actions as a bonus action on each of your turns. Hobgoblin traits, martial training, saving face. When you make a number of allies, you can see if you miss with an attack roll or fail ability check in a saving throw, you can gain a bonus to re-roll equal to the number of allies you can see within 30 feet of you. Once you can use this trait, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. That's pretty cool. So it's like it's not like second wind, but it's pretty close. Half elves again. The Horvar have some particular things. So 6. The Carver community is the crew of a Lazaran ship. From the towering woods, the Elden reaches the Elves. Cultures developed. So again, just different sort of half-elf species and everything. Halflings, again, it's just geographical depictions of these. So halfling quirks in Erebon, another D10, let's go 8. You seek vengeance for a wrong done to your people. Humans origins, 8. A ranger trained to hunt the jungles of Kabara, who harbours a grudge against dragons. 7. A particle bard from Razab Principalities, who loves sea shanties but also wants to immortalize the deeds of great heroes in song. Cool. Kalistar is also another interesting one. Bound to spirits, so they have ancestral sort of symmetrical aspects. So Kalistar here. Kalistar quirk 5. You discuss things out loud with your Kiri spirit. Hunted by nightmares, sorry. Many Kalistar defend themselves from the dreaming dark by focusing on devotion to the path of light. Kiri names are Shana, Tash, Alad, Vash, Kad. Kalistar names Karatash, Demavi, Koratana, Koratari. Traits, ability scores, your wisdom score goes up by 2, your charisma goes up by 1. Same age as humans. Alignment. Size, speed, dual mind, you have advantage on wisdom saving throws. Mental discipline, you have resistance to psychic damage. Mind link, you can speak telepathically with any creature you can see, provided the creature is within the number of feet equal to 10 times your level. You don't need to share the language with the creature, for it understands telepathic utterances, but the creature must be able to understand at least one language. Severed from dreams, Kalistar sleep, but they don't connect to the plane of dreams. And other creatures enter instead. They mind draws from the memories of the otherworldly spirit while they sleep. As such, are immune to spells and other magical effects that require you to dream, like dream, but not the spells and magical effects that put you to sleep, like sleep. Half-orcs and orcs, it's a D8, leaving the shadow marches, 8. Your work as an investigator has setting up a trail for mysteries that lead far beyond the marches. Orc traits, powerful builds, primal intuition, dark vision, aggressive. You have as a bonus action you can move up your speed toward an enemy of your choice that you can see or hear, and you must end this move closely to the enemy than you started. So you can, as a bonus action, keep moving up. I mean, that kind of just ends up being just dash, doesn't it? It's kind of just a little bit weird. Shifters. So shifters are a little bit different. They're a new race. Shifters are sometimes called the Were-Touched, as many believe they are descendants of humans and lycanthropes. Whatever their origin, shifters have evolved into a unique race. Beast within. Early in childhood, a shifter forms a bond with a beast within, a totemic force that shapes their body and mind. Some shifters believe in their spirits are independent entities, and they may speak of bear or wolf as ancestral guide. Beast-hide often signifies a bear or a boar, stoic and broad and thick-skinned. Long-toothed shifters typically have lupine traits, prefer to run with a pack. Swift stride, often predatory and feline, but a swift stride also is cunning as a rat who darts through shadows. Wild hunt shifters are born from any creatures that track its prey. Shifters' names: badger, bear, cat, fang, grey, scrim, moon, red, scar, stripe. Live up to 70 years old. Alignment: chaotic. Mostly chaotic. 30 feet. Wild hunt shifter. Dark vision shifting as a bonus action issue more than bestial appearance. This transfers lasts 1 minute until you die, or until you revert to normal appearance as a bonus action. When you shift, you gain temporary hit points equal to your level plus your constitution modifier, minimum of 1. You also get additional things. So let's have a look at these. So you've got the wild hunt and stuff. So embrace the beast and shape and shift physically and mentally for Major sub-races of the Shifter include Beast Hide, Longtooth, Swift Stride, and Wild Hunt. So for Beast Hide, your Constitution score goes up by 2, Strength goes up by 1, you have Proficiency in Athletics, Shifting feature, you gain 1d6 temporary hit points, and you have 1 plus armor class. Longtooth, Canine Teeth, your strength score is up by 2, dexterity by 1, fierce, you have a proficiency intimidation, shifting feature, you get 1 plus d6 to your strength modifier instead of bludgeoning damage, normal. Well, while shifted, you can use your elongated fangs to make an unarmed strike as a bonus action. If you hit with your fangs, you can deal piercing damage equal to 1d6 plus your strength modifier, instead of bludgeoning damage, forming normal for an unarmed strike. Swift Stride, dexterity up by 2, charisma up by 1, graceful, proficiency in acrobatics, shifting feature, while shifted, your walking speed increases by 10 feet. Additionally, you can move up to 10 feet as a reaction. When a creature ends the turn within 5 feet of you, this creature reactive movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. Cool. Wild Hunt, wisdom up by 2, dexterity up by 1, you have proficiency in survival, shifting feature, while shifting you have advantage on wisdom checks, and no creature within 30 feet of you can make an attack roll with an advantage against you unless you are incapacitated. Tieflings again, geographical. We got Warforge, Quirk for Warforge. You're obsessed with your appearance and constantly polish and buff yourself. That's a bit fun. So we've already gone through sort of Warforge before in one of my character builds, but Warforge basically sentient robots. They don't require sleep, they can do sentries rest, they have integrated protection, they absorb their armor, specialized design, languages, and everything. So Warforged, they have different names like Iron, Lucky, Church, Hammer. Mine was Clock, it was an Artificer. So, yeah. This has been the sort of additional races and aspects that you can add to your characters if you have the Eberron or if you're running Eberron as a side. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you're running a Eberron build or you're inside the Eberron campaign. Thank you all for listening. Enjoy your long rest.